What's good? What's good? It's the one and the only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. We got Romero in the news, man. So apparently his fight against Alberto Puello is now canceled because Alberto Puello tested positive for a banned substance. And now things are getting things were kind of getting a little shaky at first, but they got it all figured out. But you know how I do, man. Let me go ahead and give you guys the news and I'll give you my opinion, okay? So, shout out to SB Nation. It says Alberto Puello fails drug test, Rolando Romero fight canceled. But they actually have a replacement for dude. I don't know if they're gonna speak on that, but the fight is gonna continue. He's just not fighting Puello. And he is still fighting for the WBA belt. So it says WBA junior welterweight title holder Alberto Puello failed a VADA drug test ahead of his slated May 13th fight against Rolando Romero, which was to be a Showtime main event, and that fight is off now. Mike Carpenter has reported at ESPN.com that Puello's A sample revealed an adverse finding for the performance-enhancing drug clomiphene and its M1 and M2 metabolites. I'm sorry. If you're thinking that clomiphene sounds familiar, which I promise you I was just thinking, I was just thinking that. If you're thinking that clomiphene sounds familiar, it's because that's what Conor Ben popped for last year. The WBC later accepted Ben's explanation and cleared him of initially using the drug. The WBA told ESPN.com that they're going through due process as you'd expect, and no decision about Puello's title holder status has been made. But that has been changed now. The WBA has stripped him, and if I can find that article, I'll bring it to you as well. It says Puello, who has the record of 21-0 with 10 knockouts, if Puello does wind up stripped, it's possible that Rolly Romero, who has the record of 14-1 with 12 knockouts, could face Valenzuelan Ismael Barrasso, who has the record of 24-3 with 22 knockouts. And actually, guys, for y'all that don't know, that's exactly who he is fighting for the WBA vacant title. So this obviously they haven't caught up to the news, but that's who Rolly will be fighting for the WBA vacant title. Barrasso has been sort of getting jerked around for quite a while in the WBA title picture at 140. So it is also entirely possible that if Romero does fight for the vacant WBA title, it could be against someone else, with Barrasso yet again put on the back burner. But all that remains to be seen, of course. As of now, there is no word on whether Showtime will still run. And I'm here to tell you guys, it is. He is fighting. He is going to. Rolly Romero will be fighting the Barrasso guy for the WBA championship. And if I could find that article, then I'll bring it to you. Now, I don't know much about, well, actually, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know anything about the guy that Rolly is fighting, aside from the fact that obviously he's a hard hitter and he packs a punch, possibly. I don't know anything. He's 40 years old. So I assume that Rolly will be able to get his chance to hold the title, the WBA title at 140. And should he beat him, congratulations to Rolly, man. That's a great accomplishment. More so in situations like this, what I like to do now is say, well, what's next for the fighters? All right. Well, first of all, for Alberto Puello, I'm just getting tired of all these guys testing positive for banned substance, dog. Like, it's something that has to be done about this, because, bro, this is happening way too much, and I get sick of, like, it's like everybody that tests positive for a banned substance is always an excuse, like, not, you know, and of course I don't expect these guys to come out and say, well, yeah, man, I tested, but nah. But at the same time, it's like, bro, I'm just getting sick and tired of all this, like, bro, these guys testing positive for banned substance or whatnot. But regardless, bro, so they need to start suspending these guys. I mean, I don't even mean for no 6 months. I mean for like years on top of that. But as far as Rolly, bro, should he get this belt, bro? I want to see him, obviously, him and Teofimo might not fight. They're very close. But I would love to see Rolly and Adrian Broner. And I know that sounds crazy to you guys. Does Adrian Broner deserve a title shot? Hell no, he does not. But I just think that fight, if you want to get a good little selling fight, not anything pay-per-view, because that fight does not belong on pay-per-view. If they were to put that pay-per-view on that box, that event on pay-per-view, then it would literally make boxing look like a joke, more than it's already been looking here recently. But anyways, I would love to see Rolly. I mean, I just think the build up for that would be great. I was just talking to my brother, one of my close homies, about that earlier. I think that would make for exciting build up. But you know, regardless, even if not Adrian Broner, man, I would like to see Rolly in there with somebody. Rolly, look, his form is funny, but Rolly packs a punch. And even Tank Davis stated that Rolly was the hardest puncher that he's ever been in the ring with. And, you know, that's a lot coming from Tank Davis, man, because Tank Davis doesn't like to give out props to none of his foes or whatnot. I get it that him and Rolly, you know, kind of squashed them, you know, disagreements or whatever. But Tank doesn't give props to people like that. And Rolly, he stated that Rolly was the hardest puncher that he's been in the ring with. So that says a lot about Rolly, and Rolly does seem like that he does seem to have heavy hands or whatnot. So, you know, I would love to see Rolly in there. I mean, if Ryan Garcia is talking about, you know, if he's serious about moving to 140, you know, win or lose against Tank Davis, I would love to see Ryan against Rolly Romero. I mean, they have an infamous sparring session, you know. I mean, Ryan, move up to 140 and get you a belt. I mean, I think that would make sense since Ryan been complaining so much about the catch weight at 135. I mean, you know, I think that you know, he should move up to fight Rolly, get that WBA belt. I mean, it's a lot of fights that I would like to see Rolly in. Rolly is a very entertaining guy, and I'm a fan of Rolly, man. So, you know, hopefully he gets the belt, because I definitely feel like that will bring more excitement to have one of the champions like Puello. Nobody really knows him, so, you know, like, and he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, he's a good fighter. He's a hell of a fighter, but no, he's not known. He doesn't bring any excitement. I think right now boxing needs all the excitement that we can get, because we gotta get back on top. You know what I'm saying? So I think Rolly being a champion, that's good news. So let me know what you guys think, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?